Mic check, 8:59 right now. Looks like we have 50 seconds. We are 50 seconds away. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Friday. You are watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez, and tonight, a big scare at South Park Mall after a food court fight escalated into a shooting. One person was hit, and San Antonio police say that a suspect is now in custody. San Antonio police say that it happened around 2 p.m. today. They made it clear that there was no active shooter and that this was an isolated incident. Investigators say that two groups of people were arguing in the food court when someone pulled out a gun and shot a person in the torso. We're told the shooting victim is now in critical condition.
Seeing his brother like hovering over him, like screaming like he's losing too much blood, and then the cops just like freaking out, like where's the ambulance? They were literally panicking, like where's the ambulance? Like a cop even said like, yo, I'm about to put this man in my cruiser and take him to the hospital myself.
Now, again, at last check, the victim was in critical condition. As for the mall, the food court was closed, but the stores at the mall stayed open through 8 p.m. and that mall is going to reopen tomorrow at 11 in the morning. Investigators trying to figure out what sparked a fire at an apartment complex that forced several families out of their homes. You could see all that smoke. That fire started at around 10 o'clock last night at the Amber Hill Apartments near Loop 410 and Evers Road. Fire crews say that no one was living in the unit where the fire started. Firefighters were working on putting out the flames when all of a sudden it just sparked up again and it spread to other units. One person we spoke with says that smoke filled his apartment and trapped him inside.
Came out to my balcony and kind of hung out there, but the fire department saw me. So they literally, I guess you could say they rescued me.
Wow, he got lucky. Now, at last check, fire investigators still haven't said, though, what caused that fire. The Justice Department announcing the appointment of a special counsel to oversee criminal investigations into Trump-related Mar-a-Lago and the January 6th investigations. Attorney General Merrick Garland making that announcement this afternoon. Both of the investigations that we just mentioned implicate the former president's conduct. The investigations into classified documents at Mar-a-Lago and the January 6th investigation around the former president aim to gather more information and bring witnesses before a federal grand jury in the coming weeks. Earlier this week, the former president announced that he was running for the White House in 2024. Back here at home, before you confirm any plans this weekend, you're going to want to bundle up. Meteorologist Mia Montgomery has your forecast.
After another cooler than average day across the majority of South Central Texas Friday, we are gearing up for an even colder weekend, and at times it could be pretty damp and gloomy and a little breezy out there as well. As we head into our Saturday, expect temperatures in the 40s with wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. That could actually feel like the 30s for a good chunk of the day, and especially throughout the first half of our Saturday and into the afternoon hours. Some light showers do look to push across a good portion of the area as well. You can see that here on our futurecast through the overnight hours tonight and into early Saturday morning. We're going to pull in some additional moisture from an area of low pressure near the Texas Gulf coastline. That combined with some additional energy that is going to push across the region. We are expecting the coverage of light rain showers to increase again, especially Saturday morning and into the afternoon. By Saturday evening, still a good idea to keep the rain gear handy but coverage might not be as high as what we're expecting throughout the first half of the day. You can see how that rain-cooled air, the thick cloud cover, as well as a reinforcing push of cooler air that arrives tonight affects our temperatures. They likely will not fluctuate a whole lot throughout the majority of the day. We could struggle to climb out of the low to mid 40s here in San Antonio. And again, with those breezy conditions, those feels like temperatures will likely sit in the 30s. So overall, your weekend checklist should include the coat, the umbrella, maybe your favorite chili or soup recipe, and a good movie as we head into Sunday. About a 30% chance for a few additional showers possible there. Still cold in the 40s. Another shot at some scattered rain arrives Monday morning, but then notice we start to see those temperatures warm gradually, just a little bit in the days leading up to Turkey Day on Thursday. But that's also when we'll need to monitor for our next front to push into the area. So we'll keep eyes on it.
So let's switch gears here and talk about your money. Before you open a new credit card, you should check the interest rates. As 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz reports, some retail cards now have interest rates higher than 30%.
It's tempting. That discount you're offered at checkout if you sign up for the store's credit card.
Don't be swayed by that initial maybe 10 or 15% discount, because it's not worth it if you're making a relatively small purchase or if you're going to carry a balance.
Credit card analyst Ted Rossman says store cards can be dangerous, easier to get, but
The interest rates can be real whoppers on store cards.
what's a whopper? Well, the average credit card rate is now a record 19%, but for retail cards, that average is a record 26.72%.
So let's take a look at some popular stores and their card rates. Target here is nearly 26%, and Walmart can go as much as 28%. And some of them can go a lot higher.
Dick's Sporting Goods, almost 30%, and Macy's, it's more than 30%. Something else to watch out for? Deferred interest. That's where you get 0% interest for, say, 18 months, but if you don't pay in full by that time, you're charged interest all the way back to the purchase.
Deferred interest is a gotcha on store cards. I think these really work best if you're paying in full and if you're loyal to the store.
Bottom line, store cards can have perks, but if you carry a balance, you can end up paying a lot more than you bargained for. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, just read the fine print whenever you get a credit card. All right. So this is why we should focus on what Christmas is actually about. And speaking of, the Salvation Army Angel Tree program has been making sure that children and their families have presents under the tree for nearly 4 decades, and this year is no different. This year, the San Antonio chapter hopes to bring holiday cheer to thousands of children and seniors this holiday season. Area Commander Ashley Robinette is hoping to help around 4,500 children and seniors afford presents this Christmas.
They're extremely thankful on the days when they come and they pick up the gifts. Sometimes, they might be in tears over the amount of gifts that are given for their kids. This is a 100% donor-driven program.
And you can find the Angel Tree program at local Walmarts and Sam's Clubs. They're also going to be at North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and South Park Mall. You can also go to salvationarmysatx.org for more information. And don't forget, our KSAT Community Share the Shoes campaign is going on right now. You can donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need. Just take your donation to any of the San Antonio police substations through December 16th. This particular donation drive benefits Zapatos, which works with schools to help kids get the shoes they need. You can find more information on the KSAT community page. You know where, ksat.com. Today, mechanical engineering students use their knowledge to find real-world solutions, and this is super cool because this morning more than 90 teams of UTSA students showed off their technology innovations at this year's Fall Tech Symposium. And one student and his team created a product that's designed to stop dangerous blood clots from forming.
With our athrombic pants, it'll include inflatable bladders in the calves. And these inflatable bladders will be able to expand and provide compression on the legs. And there will also be a method to monitor temperature in the pants to ensure that there isn't a potential blood clot forming.
That's really cool, right? Another team designed a working flight simulator. More than 300 students competed at this year's Fall Tech Symposium. Now, before we go, you are invited to a San Antonio holiday tradition. HEB's 36th annual Light the Way Holiday Festival is going to take place at the University of the Incarnate Word. The event begins at 3 and it goes through 9:30 tomorrow night. Our Steve Spriester is going to help light up the campus around 6, and there's going to be so much going on there. We're talking live music, a meet and greet with Santa, and even fireworks at the end of the night. Sounds really cool. It all takes place on the UIW campus at the corner of Broadway and Hildebrand. We're out of time. Enjoy your weekend, and we're going to see you for the 9 at night on Monday. And don't forget to bundle up this weekend. Stay warm.